Alright, hey guys. Out here getting some chickens fed. But, so I've been home past week, like I said. Dealing with COVID, just working from home. But with this little downtime, I've been able to catch up on some video, work on some video editing and stuff like that. But I'm not real good at, in the moment, when it's live, explaining what's going on, so I gotta do these little recaps. But this next video was Brighton's first little deer hunt this year. He finally turned 6, I was able to take him legally and he could be the shooter. So, we practiced up, just shooting simple 22, no recoil, just get the form down, make sure he's shooting right where the crosshairs are, where they're aiming, he knows where to aim on the deer. So we did all that throughout the summer and stuff. We'd shoot BB guns, 22s. So I felt good, and I knew that he'd be fine. So, and then throughout this whole year I've been watching this pretty good little 8-point back here behind the house. So B's up to bat. It's his weekend, as you're getting ready to see. And what was that? Saturday morning we sat. I think we saw a little spike or a doe, but he wasn't interested. He wanted a buck.
What are we doing? Finding deer, shooting them. We're on your first deer hunt. Are you excited? Yeah, I thought we did this last year. Well, you came with Daddy, but you didn't get to shoot. This time you're the shooter. So it's your first deer hunt that you get to shoot. Be the shooter. Are you gonna shoot a mommy deer or a daddy deer? Daddy. Or buck? That's what you wanna shoot. You wanna wait for a buck? Okay, we'll see what happens. Hear those turkeys over there? They're chirping. Those are turkeys. You know that? They're flying down out of the tree. Okay, you can see it. You can see its tail. You see its white tail. The deer. You see the white tail? Do you see the deer? The mommy deer, huh? Just keep watching her. Maybe a boy deer will come. Try to give her a kiss. Do you still see its white tail?
So that's what happened that morning, and so as you're getting ready to see, no, you're not. I didn't get anything on film. Saturday night, the wife went with us. Brighton and I, we went out back here down to the little blind, elevated blind we built. We get out there, I don't know, about 5, a couple hours before dark. I knew the deer wasn't showing up there, the beans and stuff, until right before dark. So we get out there a little bit early, and it's not 30 minutes and somebody's already bored. So he's playing on his tablet or his phone or whatnot, and eventually falls asleep. I'm thinking, okay, you could go to sleep for a little bit. Anyway, right before dark, guess who steps out? Yup. Guess who's asleep? Yup. So we're waking him up, and he's all groggy and finally wakes up. And I'm like, hey, that big buck's down out here. What do you want to do? I don't want to. He falls back asleep. I'm like, hey, the big buck's, what do you want to do? I don't want it. Okay. By then, I don't know where he's at. I don't even know if I got any footage of it, but he went off. Brighton was awake finally, and it was like, he was just tired. He was zoned out. He was out of it. Woke him up in a deep sleep, and he was just out of it. So we come back. It was dark. We came back up to the house, put all of his stuff in the shop for the next morning. So the next morning rolls around. Like, hey, you want to get up and go hunting? No, Dad, I don't. Okay. Well, or no, that was that night before, or that Saturday night. I said, hey, do you want to get up in the morning and go hunting? No, I don't want to go. Are you sure? Yeah, I don't want to go. So I let him be. We slept in. Next morning, I kind of felt bad. I was pretty frustrated a little bit. So I was in there loving on him that morning and just talking with him, seeing what was going on, and he was just impatient. It was taking too long, Dad. It was taking too long. He got spoiled with his turkey hunt. It happened wham bam real quick. So anyway, I was like, well, will you go with me in a couple weeks when his daddy's turn to hunt? And yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll hunt. Okay, no big deal. Love you, bud. I'm sorry I acted the way I did. I was loving on him and stood up in the living room to go get a cup of coffee. Just happened to look out the back window. There in the sunlight, walking out of our woods, was this little buck, as you're about to see. So I said, Brighton, there's a buck. You want to shoot him? And this little buck that popped out back here, he had to either go on one side of the shop. He was going to jump and go to the neighbor's place and walk up. I knew where he wanted to go. He wanted to go across the road here in front of the house and get in this next patch of woods. So he's either going to go to the south around my property or my house, go around the north, in between mine and the neighbors. They travel there all the time, morning, night. So we're looking out the window, watching him back and forth between the windows of the house because he got behind my shop on one spot and I couldn't see where he was going. And Brian's like, yeah, let's go after him. So I said, well, get your clothes on, go get your stuff on, and it hit me that his new gun that I got him and his new rest and all this stuff is down in the shop. And the deer is right behind the shop, and so I was like, oh, I got brother's little 243 downstairs. You want to use it? And he's like, yeah, sure. Is it loud? No, it's not loud. You'll be shooting a deer. You won't be paying attention to it. So by then the wife, as you see here, she's like, let's go. And, like, there's a buck. Brian's wanting to shoot it. So we slip out the side of the house. The buck made a commitment to come to the north of us, which I knew he'd come right behind the pond, between the pond and my neighbor's place. He walked to about 80 yards from the back porch, and we were on the side of the house. I got Brighton all set up, and here we go.
Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's okay. Where'd he go? Oh, he did. He did. Oh my gosh. Miles is probably like, what the hell? Oh my gosh. Of course. Morning, everybody. Morning.
Right in the neck, no wonder he dropped. Dude! You gotta get a picture of the house in the back.
Okay, deer. House.
Awesome.
It was, isn't it?
Good job, Jordan.
Look, he shot him right here in the neck. That's why he dropped. Which is good. He died quick. That's what we're supposed to do. But we're supposed to shoot right here.
I know.
okay?
It's okay. You did.
Good. Come here. You gotta hold him so we can take your picture. Sit.
Look at his tongue. Look at his tongue.
Yeah. You hold the horns.
Daddy, no.
Dang, ding, 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 ding.
So that was fun. My wife was a little excited there. But Brighton had fun. I'm sure he won't ever forget that, his first hunt. Shoot, just walk out the side of the house and pop one. So no, that was a fun memory. Anyway, thanks for watching.